about some things that God's done in her life. I think it's going to fit really well with the message this morning. God's brought her to the Fellowship Church. We're excited about what she has to offer, and we're just going to let her tell her story. So, Stacey, go ahead.
Thank you. Just a little bit about my background. I grew up in the hills of Tennessee, up in Morgan County. I got married and moved to Sweetwater. Before that, for 20 years, God led me to do missionary work. And it was awesome. It was glorious. It was fun. It was hard. It was challenging, but that's what the Lord led me to do. And then He led me here to Sweetwater. I have attended several churches throughout the Sweetwater area. They're all really great, but I hadn't found a home. And a couple years ago, there was a text or a post on Facebook that Derek had made, and I had become friends with him through his mother. And it was about this church. And I just kind of followed it. And then I started asking questions, and I'm sure I got on his nerves a little bit because I asked a lot of questions. And I just prayed about it, but I kept going to other churches. 4 years ago, I was given a death sentence. I was diagnosed with cancer, with ovarian and cervical cancer. My doctor told me I would be better in 6 weeks. The reason he told me that is he wanted to give me hope, and he wanted me to have joy, just like we sang about. But what he wasn't telling me is he thought I would be dead in 6 weeks, but he wanted me to live my life as full as I could. It's been 4 years. I'm here. I have no signs of cancer. Back in July, I had gotten sick, but I didn't realize how sick I was. I just thought it was one of those allergy things that we deal with here. And I took some medicine, get better, 2 or 3 days. It didn't get better. My husband, who is a fanatic about me going to the doctor, is like, let's go to the doctor. And I'm very stubborn, and I was like, no, we'll be okay. Well, that night I went to sleep, and that was a Sunday night, and I don't remember the day of Sunday, and that was July the 10th or 11th. And that next morning he got up to go to work. Well, he had fallen asleep in the living room, and he came into the bedroom to wake me up to make breakfast. Well, my dog, who is just like your dog, was going crazy. I had aspirated during the night. I had only hours to live. And he came in and found me. And he called the ambulances and all this, and I was life flighted to Park West, and I was on a ventilator for 3 days. And the doctors told my husband, said things will get much worse before they get better, if they get better. And from that point, he got on Facebook. My mother did, my sister did, everybody I knew did, and they started asking for prayer. And throughout my life, I've used prayer, and I've been prayed for, and I've been blessed. But never have I been blessed like I was in July. I usually joke with friends that would be like, no, how serious is your cancer? And I'm like, well, if I die, I'll just meet you there. It means I'm getting there first. Because I know I'm a Christian, and I know that I want to meet Jesus, and I'm ready to meet Jesus. But after 3 days of being on a ventilator and not knowing anything, I woke up. Of course, I was scared. I didn't know what was going on. They talked me through it. It took about 4 hours to get me off the ventilator. I was very mad. I was very stubborn. I wanted that thing out of my throat. And finally, they did. And the doctor was amazed, because 30 minutes after they got it out of my throat, I was sitting up. I was eating ice chips. I got up to use the restroom. People were just flocking in to see me. They had said in the ER, not ER, but the ICU room, they had never seen so many people come by to see somebody. And through it all, my husband, who isn't here, he's at work, he prayed. His parents prayed. You guys prayed. You didn't even know me at that point, because I hadn't had the courage to say, I know where God is leading me to church. And this verse keeps coming to me, and it's not exactly about what I'm saying, but it's about prayer. And it says, 2 Kings 20, verse 5, it says, thus saith the Lord, the God of David, your father, I have heard your prayers, I have seen your tears, surely I will heal you. And that's what happened. I spent 2 more days in the ICU, and then I went to my room, And everyone that came in to listen to my lungs was just amazed. And my husband, he said, what happened? Why are we so blessed? And the reason I'm blessed, and my husband, is because of prayer. It wasn't anything I did. But let me tell you what, yes, I'm ready to meet Jesus, but when I woke up, I've never been so thankful to see life, to be alive, to know that I have an opportunity to do something, to witness to somebody, to just by what we do today, we will reap tomorrow. Because of the things that I did in my past, and I became in contact with people, they knew me, and they prayed for me, they knew who I was. You're going to do the same thing for you guys, through your walk. I don't know what you're facing today, what you've been through, but prayer does make everything better. And I'm so thankful that I do get to sit at Christmas with King Jesus, with my big God. And I'm just thankful that we do get to sing Christmas songs, and I get to feel the joy